start off this week's Grow Weather forecast with a look at the drought monitor. One thing to keep in mind about the drought monitor, it comes out Thursday morning, but it's based on conditions Tuesday morning. So some parts of the state did see some rain later on in the week. This does not account for those rains that happened later on in the week. But we can talk about what happened this week compared to last week with the drought monitor. There was some slight improvement in Nebraska. This week, around 23% of the state is not included in a drought category. Last week, that mark was at 21%. Now in Kansas, this week, 63% of the state is not included in a drought category. That's improvement from last week with around 56% of the state not included in the drought category. You can see we are still seeing some severe drought though in parts of northern Nebraska. That lighter orange shading near South Sioux City, as well as parts of far north central Nebraska, still looking at severe drought as well. Moderate drought is that lighter brown shading, abnormally dry conditions in the yellow. And as we look toward northern Kansas, you can see continued areas of abnormally dry conditions in parts of northern Kansas in the yellow, and even an area of moderate drought in parts of northern Kansas in that lighter brown shading. But we can talk about the future, what we are expecting for 1 month out in temperatures. And we are looking at the potential for some below normal temperatures, anything in that blue shading. Looking at the potential for possibly some below normal temperatures for 1 month out. Anything not shaded, looking at equal chances, while anything in orange, that reddish shading, looking at the potential for some above normal temperatures for 1 month out, includes parts of Florida as well as parts of the East Coast. And as you head off to the west, we are looking at the potential for some above normal temperatures. Now in terms of 3 months out, we are looking at widespread potential for above normal temperatures for 3 months out. You can see all of the U.S. shaded in that either orange shading or that reddish shading, and that's what we're looking at across the U.S., the potential for widespread above normal temperatures. Now in terms of precipitation for 1 month out, we are looking at mainly equal chances for most of Nebraska, although far southwest Nebraska, part of the Panhandle, as well as parts of Kansas, looking at the potential for some above normal precipitation, anything in this green shading. Looking at that potential, anything not shaded, equal chances, and then this lighter brown yellowish shading, looking at the potential for below normal precipitation for 1 month out. And now 3 months out, parts of Kansas and parts of the South looking at the potential for above normal precipitation, while a good chunk of the U.S. looking at equal chances for 3 months out. Our almanac for this week, our normal high 85 degrees, normal low 63. The week ahead average high right on that mark, 85 degrees, and the week ahead average low just 1 degree below that. We're looking at around 62 degrees, our week ahead average low. But our proverb for this week, as August, so the next February. That's a check of your Grow Weather forecast. You sent us some pictures and now here they are.
As we said, we'd love to see your eclipse photos, but anything going on the farm or ranch any time of year, email us grow@nebraska.tv. Now to one of the top corn producing counties in all the nation. Hamilton County, well situated to take advantage of irrigation. County seat Aurora. Other communities are Giltner, Hortville, Hampton, Phillips, Marquette, and don't forget Stockham. According to the Census of Agriculture, the market value of crops and livestock is worth $353 million a year, most of that on the crop side. 90% of farmland in Hamilton County used for crops, and the county ranks number 4 for value of grain crops sold in all the state. Total cattle inventory, 41,000, or about 4 cattle for every person, one of the lowest ratios we've seen on our photographic tour of the state. There are 180,000 acres of corn in the top 100 of all counties nationwide, and a lot of soybean acres too. And if you like popcorn, Hamilton County ranks number 16 in all the country for acres planted. Hamilton County, also home of course to Aurora Cooperative, one of the nation's top co-ops, along with a couple of ethanol plants and related industries. Average age of a farmer is 52, so younger than the national average. And most Hamilton County farmers make their living on the farm and not from another job. Putting Nebraska agriculture in focus, that's our County Snapshots. Next week, we'll be taking a look at Gosper County, so start sending those photos in. Up next, we return to Taylor, a county fair they call the World's Fair.